Come on, come on, come on. Hello, guys. This is Kim. I'm just coming on to do a mental health check. I'm not going to be on here long. I was just coming on here to talk to you guys briefly to give an update on how I'm doing. And I wanted to check on you guys to see how you were doing. Um, why I had a free moment. Hello, sis. Hello. Come on. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. Share this live. It's a lot of people struggling. A lot of people are struggling internally. A lot of us have functional depression, where we are very depressed but still able to function. A lot of us are wearing masks. We are in pain. We are hiding behind that pain. So come on, guys. Make sure you like and share. This is a impromptu live. It was not scheduled. I do have a lot of people texting me, asking me how I am doing. And so I said, you know what? While I am doing these shoes, let me hop on and let everyone know in its entirety how I'm doing. I had a very busy day, y'all. I'm exhausted. But I love giving back and being the example of how to keep going when times of need. Hello, Shamiko sis, how are you? So I'm gonna give a few more people time to come on. But again, this is just a mental health check-in for everybody. Life is life and for us all. And so I definitely want to come on here, show some love to you guys like you guys show to me. As I stated, life is happening for us all. So, everyone that from the sound of my voice, how are you doing? Both the side that you show to people as well as the side that you do not show. Because as I stated, a lot of people are walking around depressed emotionally, don't know how they're going to pay their bills. A lot of people are walking around abused in silence, don't know how to get out. A lot of people are dealing with grief, just lost somebody, and the list goes on. And so I just came on here to see how all of you guys was doing. As I said, give the love back, spread the love back. So I pray all of you guys are well. Like I said, this was an impromptu live. I was sitting here doing this custom charm order, these bubble slide in shoes order from one of my customers. I am so far behind on custom orders. I am trying to get caught up. As I said, y'all know life has definitely been life, and so I hope all you guys are well. Today, my day was hectic because I'm so far behind from all this legal buffoonery. I'm so far behind at work, so a lot of things I'm playing catch up with. So, um, hold on, y'all. Somebody texting me. So, Queen Love, how is your day? Are you having a better day today? How's your day going? Shamiko, how's your day going? How's everybody's day? How was everybody day? If y'all hear this and then she's playing Roblox, y'all. So how is you guys' day? Oh, I am, but I'm trying to go ahead on and get people's orders done. This order that I'm completing now. Um they had been ordered it like 3 weeks ago. And so I just love my customers because they've been giving me so much grace, so much patience, so much concern. I am so blessed. Um, my cup is empty, but God is going to fill it back up. Amen. Sometimes We go through storms, and it's just a test. And on the other side of that test is a blessing. So I'm a firm believer in praying our way through, regardless of the circumstances. Praying our way through is important, and putting on our full armor of God to keep going and keep flowing. And so I'm a big believer in that. But as I stated, I just was coming on here to hold on, yeah, somebody keeps texting me. I was just coming on here to let you guys know how I was doing. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Y'all know the situation of the frustration. Listen. Y'all, it is ridiculous. And sometimes you can do things so much where it end up consuming you. So it is important that we take a step back from certain things so that it will not consume us so much. Only worry about things that you can control. If you can't control it, don't worry about it. Keep it moving. Because sometimes things that don't go your way, or the way you think they should go, the way in fairness it should go, it'll drive you literally in freaking sane. So sometimes you just got to pray and let God handle the rest. Pray, trust God, get out of the way, let God handle your battles, and you keep it moving and you keep it pushing. But for all of you guys that are asking me, am I okay? How am I doing? How me and Destiny are doing? I promise I'm not ignoring any of you guys. I have a very busy schedule during the weekday. My number is no longer 318-840-4829. This is my number right here. That is my number for a lot of you guys that are reaching out. That is my number. If you reach me on Facebook Messenger, it may take me a minute to read it because I have my notifications on Facebook Messenger off, honey. So let me tell y'all, some of these men out here, baby, do too much on Facebook. I also just started a Facebook private group. I made it private. I wasn't intending on it being public. So I just made it private. It is called Voice of the Victims. I just started it. So if you or anyone you know that has been a victim of any violence, it does not have to be domestic violence. It can be abuse, sexual abuse, assault, whatever the case might be. This is the Facebook page. Go and join. I post resources, defense classes. It's a gun class coming up I'll be posting. I also just posted about a man that shoots himself. This just happened here in Bossier City. And some very expensive apartments called Villa Lego. They have their own shopping center and everything. And a man shoots himself after killing his wife. And then he shot two officers. So it was a hot mess. So violence, now it doesn't just have to be domestic violence. It can be anything. Violence is at an all-time high. So make sure, if you or anyone you know that is involved in a dangerous situation, it can be a female or a male, because men are abused too, both physically, sexually, emotionally, verbally. Men's are abused too. So it's not just a woman thing, it's a us thing. And we need to make sure we speaking out. We are calling the police if we see it. If we notice something off, it's probably off. And we have to do all that we can to make sure we are safe in our community. Because again, it's not just a me or you thing, it's a us thing. Violence is and it doesn't have a respect of color. Domestic violence, sexual assault, assault in general is at an all-time high. People are losing their damn mind. And let me tell you guys what I know for a fact. Being a 2-time survivor myself, domestic violence or any type of violence don't just pop up. It's usually warning signs. It's usually signs that's going to give you an indication that you may need to get out of that situation immediately. And that goes for assault, sexual deviancies, behavior. They're going to be doing little subtle things that's going to alarm you that they're probably a sexual predator. So trust your instincts. Do not ignore those. So that is what this group is about. I will be posting resources in there, stories. If you want to remain anonymous, I do have it where you could tell your story, remain anonymous. You don't have to say who you are, but we all need an outlet. I'll send you an invite. We all need an outlet. Sharon says, how are you doing today? So, as I stated, I was not going to get on here long. I just wanted to jump on here, let everybody know that I'm fine. I'm blessed. I can't complain. I definitely have my good days and I definitely have my bad days, but I'm a woman of God and I pray hard. And I continue to pray. And each day I'm learning to not allow my emotions to dictate my actions. Because sometimes, as women and men, both men and women do it, your emotions can dictate your thoughts, your actions, your responses. So I'm learning to not allow my emotions, my feelings control my rational thinking. Because sometimes when we are feeling a certain type of way, we can allow our emotions to dictate our rational thinking, where we know what we're doing don't make any sense, or we know what we're doing can draw a negative light, but we are reacting on emotions. So I'm learning to think before I react, think before I speak, get clarity. Because when you've been through the storm and you've been through something, you become hypersensitive. So everything bothers you. Everything. It can be the smallest micrometer thing. Everything bothers you. So, and it cannot even be a big deal. But because you're already hypersensitive, because you've been hurt, whatever that hurt is to you, you become hypersensitive. So I'm learning not to allow my emotions to govern my reaction or my behavior. Bad toothache. Get you some warm salt water. Drop you some peroxide in it. Gargle it. Gargle your mouth and hold that solution on the side of your toothache for 1 minute. And you need to do that at least 3 times tonight before you go to bed. And then when you get up in the morning, so you can get to the doctor, get you some penicillin because you probably develop an abscess. You need to do that. It'll help clean that infection out of that that hole. If you got a chipped tooth or whatever you may have, get you some warm salt, put you some warm water, as warm as you can take it, some salt and some hydrogen peroxide. Put that in there and gargle your mouth really good with it, spit that out, then put you some more in and hold it in that part of your mouth for 1 minute. I know it may sting, but it'll help clean out. You may got some food particles down in that cavity, and it's gonna tear you up. A toothache is worse than anything. I remember being pregnant with Destiny, and I got an abscess, and I had the worst toothache ever in the history of toothaches. So I've never had a toothache that bad, but it was bad. It was horrible, y'all. So yeah, do that, sis, and I definitely hope you feel better. But you need to get to the dentist, honey, because listen, Baby, you can't even concentrate with a bad toothache. You cannot concentrate with a bad toothache. Yeah, you cannot concentrate with a bad toothache. So, again, I was just jumping out here to wish you guys well, let you guys know that I'm okay. Thank you guys for all the prayers, the concerns, the everything, but I'm good. You know, I'm learning everybody don't deserve you. Everybody don't deserve your presence. Everybody don't even deserve your friendship. Start making sure you value your worth because you are the one that teaches people on how to treat you. So value who you are. That way, when you value you, your threshold of what you will put up with and what you won't put up with will be so high, you're not going to put up with no bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So if you've been broken or you've been hurt, this goes out to my beautiful queens and kings. Learn how to be by yourself until that unbrokenness is healed. That brokenness needs to be healed. Because what you will do is you will end up trauma connecting with someone else. And then you'll end up getting with someone that is totally beneath you. You should have never been with in the first place when you end up trauma connecting. So make sure you're out of your season of pain and hurt and whatever you may be going through before you get involved with someone, because I'm telling you, it'll save you a lifetime of pain. And I ain't just telling you what I know. I'm telling you from experience of some of the decisions, the poor decisions I've made. So now I will never date when I'm coming out of a trauma season. Like right now, I don't want to date. I have men try to talk to me every day. Nope, I don't want to date. Until I heal, until I'm whole again, I don't want to date, because if I do, it's going to cause me to make a decision to choose somebody that's not even in the stratosphere of who I should be dating and what I should be allowing my time to be held up with. So, and then I don't want to make someone else suffer from someone else's poor BS either, because the sentence goes, hurt people, and I don't want to be the one to take it out on a good man and hurt a good man because I'm broken. So sometimes both men and women need to learn to put the pieces together back their own self and allow God to help you find the missing pieces. Because when we get in relationships, we looking for someone else to help us mend ourselves, and that's where we go wrong at. Learn to mend you. Learn to be the best version of you, and learn how to learn your own strength. Learn how to be by yourself. That way, you can appreciate when you get somebody real. You will be able to recognize when it's somebody real instead of just a quick feel. Because anybody can give you a quick feeling, but is it sustainable? And then when you healed, you will be able to decipher a liar, joker, a cheater, a manipulator, a bullshitter. You will be able to be able to see that when you're looking through the eyes of healed and not the eyes of trauma. And so life lessons will definitely teach you or beat you. And it's really up to us on what we what we choose. So to all my men and women out there, life is life and for us all. And if you in one of those hard seasons and you're single, stay single until you come out and see your rainbow. Don't mess up nobody else's life because you broken. And don't trauma connect with somebody that you ain't got no business being with, especially if you had to. Don't go back to something you had to pray your way out of. So if you had to pray your way out of somebody that ain't no good for you or meant you harm or whatever, Don't do the same. Don't repeat the cycle. Break the cycle and become healed so that you can see out of a clear lens and not a foggy lens. Hey, Miss Lynn Love, how you doing tonight? So we have to learn, us as people, we're always looking for other people to gratify us. You see it on social media, you see it in real life. Learn how to celebrate you by yourself. So um everything happens for a reason. So I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for a season. Hold on. Yeah, so you great. That's good to hear, Miss Lynn. I'm great as well. I'm blessed and highly favored. I can't complain, won't complain. I just hopped on here to check in with everybody, to see how everybody is doing, and to see, um let everybody know how I'm doing. I also enter my number on here for the people that may have been calling my old number. That is my new number. I will be doing a KGJA live on Friday. I know some people are asking me about the KGJA lives. Uh, Life has been happening, y'all, so I just completely stopped doing all of that. My eye just got better. Thank the Lord, because for almost 3 weeks I've been having to wear shades, eyes swollen, can't go in the light. So Destiny is doing great. She's in her room playing. Um, I'm gonna go check her homework in a minute to make sure she got that homework completed, because she has a tendency of doing her homework, then hop back on that video game. So I'm gonna make sure she has her homework and stuff done, completed, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, y'all, we just have to be mindful as people. If you, as I stated, if you're not in a group, if you know somebody that needs to be in a group, I post instructional information every day. I make sure something is in there. Whatever state you in, if you need resources, just let me know. Hey, I'm in this state. Can you give me information? And I got you. You can remain anonymous, because I'm telling you, when you have a window to get out, get the hell out, because it may can cost you and your children's life. And that's whether you're a female or a male. I do not gender bash, because it's happening to us all. And again, it is not just about domestic violence. It's any abuse. Love doesn't supposed to hurt. It's any abuse. So invite your people that you know that may be going through it in silence, because a lot of us is battling in silence. And like I said, physical abuse, your wounds will heal. But I what I've learned is verbal abuse, it takes a long time for verbal abuse to heal. Verbal abuse hurts worse than physical abuse. And I know people like, wait a minute, what do you mean? When someone verbally abuses you, it takes a long time for those wounds to heal. Because if you're not careful, you'll start looking at yourself in the mirror, identifying with what your abuser is saying that you are, if you're not careful. If you're not careful, you will start feeling like you a stupid bitch, or you will start feeling like you is worthless, hopeless, whatever the words is that they say. You'll start looking at yourself, thinking that you're flawed because of the abuse, because it eventually takes its toll on you. It eventually will. So yeah. Yeah, it eventually will. So we are now back to accepting custom orders. Um yeah, it is crazy, but a lot of people don't understand that unless they've been in an abusive relationship or an abusive situation. When I say verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse, both of them should never happen in any relationship, whether you're a female or a male. It should never happen. But once you're verbally and physically abused, the verbal abuse takes longer to heal because again, the abuser say some awful things to you, and if you're when you already are feeling hopeless and down, you begin to identify with those things that are being said to you, and those take longer to heal, even way after your physical scars have healed. Emotionally, internally, it takes a good minute to heal. And I will tell anybody, therapy is your best friend. Therapy is your best buddy when you're going through something, whether it's physical abuse, whatever you may be going through. Therapy. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, then you probably need to. And it doesn't even have to be abuse. Life is happening. People don't it's not having enough to feed their families. That's causing a major depression. People are struggling to make ends meet. That's causing depression. So it's not just about abuse. I speak on abuse, but I'm speaking about life in general. Queen, so you said, yep, they called you crazy, and I started to think that, but God had to come in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever someone is speaking on you, you got to believe what God says you are. But it's easier said than done. Again, when you've been torn down psychologically, you start to internalize what is being said to you. When you're being attacked for no reason at all, you begin to internalize that. When you know you've done nothing to deserve that, you start to internalize it. And so that's why it's always good to go talk to someone, a counselor, a therapist, and then talk to somebody that is not judgmental. Cuz people are so damn judgmental nowadays. And then what does it for me? People have the audacity to act as if they've never been through anything. They have the nerve to judge you as if they have never been through anything. Like, are you freaking kidding me? That's why you have to be really, really careful on who you share your business with as well, no matter what you go through. It can be financially, it can be you just having a rough day. You have to be very, very careful of who you share with because people will turn around and use what you going through against you. So be careful when you pillow talking, telling people too much. Or if you want to see what people think, tell them you going through something. Like I did a test on somebody. I told them that I was in the hospital being treated for some mental health issues for a few days. They told three people, two people. And I wanted to make sure. It was funny to me because I actually was just didn't want to talk to them. But I told them that I was being treated, and they made fun of it. Those type of people, when they get angry, be careful what people say when they angry because they'll lie and try to switch it up and manipulate you like they just said it because they angry, but it's some truth in what they said, right? And so I'm learning that daily as I go on my walk of healing and understanding. It's some truth in what they say when they get angry, when they belittle you, when they angry. So if you want to see what people think about you, test them. Test them a little bit. And you will tell if you're a woman or a man, especially if you talking and you dealing, if you're a woman dealing with a man, or dealing with, if you're a man dealing with a woman. Tell them something that you ain't told nobody else. It can be true or not true. And you'll watch them pillow talk and talk about you bad like a dog. Well, they thinking they giving up some tea, but you really just was testing their loyalty and testing who they really are. And see, me, I'm too nice. I give people way too many chances, give people way too much grace. And see, God is speaking to me on that. I give people way too much grace. I don't know. And I used to ask God, what? Oh my God, why am I so nice? Why am I so forgiving? I give way too much grace to people that don't even deserve to ever speak to me again. Because they failed the loyalty test so many times. But yeah, this particular person told two other people, and I laughed about it. I said, shit, I wasn't there. I was in Hot Springs. But you failed the loyalty test. So my point is, be careful. Once life is gone, y'all, people are leaving this earth as we speak right now. We don't have time to waste time with people that's not loyal, backstabbers, don't want to see you do good, talk about you like a dog, and don't make them angry. Don't make them angry, because when they get angry, they're going to tell you how they truly feel about you when they get angry. Life is too short for us to continue to waste on people like that. One thing we cannot negotiate, recreate is time. Once that time is gone in that hourglass, it's gone. So us as kings and queens, we got to start thinking of time as the most precious entity we have. It's not our house. It's not our car. It's not what we have accomplished. It's our precious time. Because see, when we gone away from this earth, we're going to have to leave those accomplishments to somebody else to enjoy. But the most precious commodity that we have now is time. And as I heal from the trauma, as I heal from everything I've been through, one thing I will never, ever, 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 ever do again is waste time. Because I've realized time is my most precious asset. My most precious asset. I cannot afford to waste it. So now I'm really, truly guarded of who I allow access to me. If you full of shit, I probably won't talk to you. If you always got something going on, you probably won't talk to me. If you can't contact me and we can laugh and play and talk about something good sometimes, every time I answer my phone, it's some bullshit, you probably ain't gonna talk to me. Because life is too short for that. Trauma dumping on somebody every day is exhausting. I'll avoid you to a point until I eventually cuss you out. Cause I'm like, God damn, every day something wrong. So I'm grateful for every life experience I've went through, guys. I've survived. I've survived what would have killed most people. I've survived. These last 3 months, 4 months have been traumatic. One incident, I lost my fiance in a very horrific accident. I lost my brother, one of my best friends. Never got a chance to say goodbye. And then this. But this is going to be turned into a testimony. Guard who you trust. Guard who you allow access to you. And make sure you guard your time. Those are the life lessons that I have learned. Because if you don't, it's going to cost you embarrassment. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time that you could never, ever get back. That time is gone. When that time could have been on someone or doing something that would have brought you joy, peace, and happiness. So all the men and women out there, stop giving time to stuff that's draining your life force. Stop giving time to people or things that think they could continue to dog you, hurt you, and excuse it with an apology. Because eventually you meant to do that. If a person continue to hurt you over and over and over again and excuse it with an apology, that's who they are. My brother or sister, that's who they are. Believe what they are showing you before it's too late. They've been a drain the life force out of you, and then they trifling ass gonna go on with somebody else and drain their life force too. While you left miserable to pick up the pieces. They're gonna go on with their life. They're gonna talk about what they gonna do with themselves. They're not gonna care how they've left you broken. They're gonna go on to the next victim. That's what that kind do. So stop over helping people. Stop over loving people. We've all been guilty of over loving people. Sometimes the love ain't really love. It really becomes something sick that you really need to analyze. When a person has hurt you, broke you, done everything they could to destroy you, and you still holding on to them, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, come on now, goddamn it. What are you doing? Get away from them immediately. How much more can they do before you wake up? Sometimes you got to give yourself a pep talk. How many times they got to show you that they don't give a damn about you? Do they need to get mad and cuss you out again? Do they need to continue to make you lose things? Do they continue to embarrass you? Whatever the case might be. Whatever it is that they doing to you, do they got to continue to do it before you let go and let God? Sometimes God will deliver us from situations and we'll keep putting our silly behind right back in. And he been and showed us over and over again, this is not what I have for you. I have something greater. But he cannot violate our free will and our free choice. And foolishly, because out of emotions, we reacting on emotions instead of logical thinking, we're acting out of emotions. We go right back to something we had to pray our way out of, cry our way out of, and climb out the mud out of. For whatever reason, both men and women do it. I've done it. So, no judgment here. I'm only sharing experiences. Stop going back to things you had to pray your way out of. Stop going back to something that made you so miserable. When it's gone, you find peace. And when it, watch this, when it show back up, you miserable again. That lets you know right there, that ain't for you, sister and brother. That ain't for you. Absolutely might be too late. Thank you, Miss Lynn. My sister-in-law braided it for me. She braided this in the hair too. Cause I ain't got no time to be commenting, and y'all know I done let my hair grow back out. I let it grow out of the hairstyle that it was in. And so I ain't got time to be curling and combing. So after I take this down, I'm gonna pray to rebraid it again. I'm gonna keep it in different braid styles until probably January, to let it get back healthy and strong. Yeah, sometimes they don't wake up and we just got to pray for them. We have to pray for the people that's having a hard time getting out or leaving a situation. I no longer pass judgment, because when you've went through the storm and you've been a victim and you've had to overcome, you don't know what reasons it is that they stay. You don't know what reasons it is for them to go back. That's why I don't never tell nobody, don't take nobody back. I tell you the risk. Because the probability of them doing it again is higher than them not doing it. Let's just be real clear. And it ain't even got to be abuse. If they're a cheater, a manipulator, a liar, or whatever they is. We ain't just talking about abuse. We talking about anything that's making you feel lesser than a person. The probability of them becoming that same person, they'll lie in the honeymoon phase. After, they'll beg, cry, and plead. They'll never ever 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 do it again. And as soon as things settle down, they're gonna go right back to the behavior. They're gonna go right back to doing whatever it is that they did that was gonna cause them to do whatever they was gonna do. They're gonna go right back in it, because that is bigger than the love that they have for you. Because see, true love will cause a person to change some things. When something really matters, it's gonna cause them to change some things. But when they have addiction, when they are so far gone where they refuse to get help or whatever the case might be, then you're in a very dangerous situation, and you're gonna have to make a choice for you. And if kids involved, you're gonna have to make a healthy choice for you and your children before it's too late. You don't want to end up on the news as another murder suicide. When they give you the signs, get the hell up out of there. Because let me tell y'all something. From a person that has dealt with the system is trash, especially here in Louisiana. The system is hot garbage. To the point it's almost comical. They have so many cases, they're not going to prioritize you. Louisiana, they don't even allow the advocates in the courtroom to be with you when you're hurting or whatever. And I'm sure it's a lot more states like this as well. So when you do decide that you're done and you want to get the police involved or whatever the case might be, listen, even at the temporary protection, they're not going to protect you in there either. I mean, it's crazy work. And so what you end up having to do is just pray about it, let the system do whatever they're going to do, and make sure you're working on becoming a healed version of you and a better version of who you thought you were before this happened to you. Because no matter how healed you are, if you've been through something traumatic, It's going to always be a part of you, but it doesn't have to define who you are. But when people tell you, oh, forget about it, don't worry about that, that's a lie. If you've been through something traumatic, it's going to become a part of you. But it's your choice on whether you let it be a part of you or you allow it to be you. And see, everything I've been through, I've decided to let it be a part of me and not be who I am, because I'm greater than that. And anybody that hurt me don't deserve me. But it all takes time to get there. You ain't going to get there overnight. You're not going to get there overnight. You're going to go through a lot of crying nights. You're going to go through a lot of second guessing yourself. You're going to go through a lot. But give yourself some grace. If you got to cry every night until you one day say, you know what, I'm done crying, you do that, and don't let nobody judge you for how you feel, because can't nobody tell you how you feel. For me, I cried about a week. And then I woke up and looked myself in the mirror and I said, now I know goddamn well you ain't shed now another tear. You better than that. I love me better than that. Because no matter what you go through, especially if it's a bad relationship, abusive relationship, or whatever you've been through, God made an abundance of men and women. And they definitely made some that's going to treat you better than what you had to pray your way out of and what you made it out of. So no matter your attachment, eventually, don't worry, that attachment will fade away. As you start thinking rationally and out of your emotions, you'll realize, wait a minute, this person did XYZ to me. They don't even deserve a conversation. Fuck you. Okay. Literally. As you begin to heal, the need of them, the thought of them, and everything else about them will soon fade away. You just got to trust the process. You just got to trust the process, and don't let nobody make you feel bad for whatever emotions that you may be feeling. But you do need to get therapy. If you're depressed about something, if you're grieving a loss of a loved one, whatever you may be going through, talk to somebody. Talking helps, y'all. If you don't want to talk to a therapist, get you a neutral person that don't judge and talk to somebody. Sometimes getting it out is all you need, is for somebody to listen and care. So as I said, I just hopped on here to do a mental check-in with all of you guys. And again, let you guys know that I am blessed and highly favored. I am fine. I'm taking one day at a time. I'm safe. I'm great. Destiny is doing great. You guys will not hear about me being in no relationship no time soon. Because I'm gonna just take some time and do some healing. I'm gonna do some healing. I'm gonna live my life, honey, unapologetically. In November, I will be purchasing me another sports car. November, close to about mid-November, I will be buying me either I really want the Corvettes. However, these Louisiana streets may not allow me to get my Corvette. So I'm gonna either get me the new Camaro. The Mustang is just too little. The leg room and stuff, and Destiny is gonna be a tall little lady. So the leg room in the Mustang is just not giving what it needs to give. But it will be a convertible and it will be a sports car. So listen, I'm okay. Life has definitely went on and will continue to do so. Um, I'm just going to continue to take one day at a time, move forward. As I said, thank all of you for all your prayers, your concerns. One thing about the Inquisitor, here, especially locally, baby, the Inquisitor will tell what you ain't trying to tell. I did not tell people my business this time, and a lot of people seen it in the Inquisitor, the local Inquisitor, and was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then of course, Destiny's father went and ran his mouth like a water fountain. So, but I'm good, y'all. I'm taking one day at a time. As I said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I don't have my bad days. I have my bad days, but now my good days most definitely are now outweighing my bad days. As I said, I've reached the point where I had to look myself in the mirror and said, "You better not shed not one tear again. You better not shed one tear. You better not cry again. You better walk by faith and not by sight. You better hold your head up and know that you are the queen that you are. Know that you bad to the bone and can go get any man that you want to. Leave the trash where it's at and you keep it moving." And so I'm throwing away all things that don't serve me. Anything that brings me down, um, anything is going in the trash can, and I'm leaving it there. And I hope that you do the same. You find your strength. Find you somebody you can confide in. If not, you go and you seek therapy. Therapy is not for crazy people. You're crazy if you know you need help and you don't seek it. That's when you're crazy. So, I hope one of you guys or someone you may know has it has empowered them to get out of a tough situation. It has empowered them if they're going through anything mentally to go get them some help. There are resources out there available. You guys need to use them before the orange man take them away. I will, if my time permits me, I will start going live more regularly. But y'all, I have to be in the right mental space. I am not gonna get on here. One thing about me, if I'm not in the right mental space, y'all, I'm not gonna get on here. I will not get on here if I'm not in the right mental space. And so I've had to progressively get in the right mental space. But I had a little time. I was in the bling room working on these shoes, trying to get caught up on some of these orders. I got a custom tray set I gotta do and some custom cups I need to do. So I'll be working in here all week to make sure I get caught up on some stuff. So I hope you guys have a very blessed evening. As a matter of fact, what the hell my cup said? I just thought about something, y'all. Trying to see what the hell my cup said. Mm-hmm. Nah, them wasn't no deliver. Uh, but anyway, y'all, I gotta go see what my package is at because they said some stuff was delivered and I don't see it. I probably gotta go look up in my mailbox. Yeah, I probably gotta go look up in my mailbox because they say some stuff was delivered. My wood for my earrings, none of that wasn't in there. I let somebody about their ass. Huh? Do what? Yeah, unless somebody about to ask on my porch, but I doubt it. I'm gonna go, y'all. Go see what my packages is. See if they in the mailbox or where they at. And you guys have a blessed rest of your night. I will be live again on Friday for KGJA. As I said, I will be starting to do KGJA lives. We got a sale going on because we do have new inventory in. Domestic violence awareness month in October is coming up, as well as breast cancer awareness. So we will have our breast cancer awareness stuff. We do have our keychains on sale, the little glove and stuff. So check us out. And again, that is my number. I posted in the comments. If I don't get back with you guys, leave me a message. That just simply means I am busy. I was really busy today at work. So I'm finna get ready to go, take me a shower, and get in this bed, honey. So y'all have a blessed night. Y'all stay safe out there. Make sure if you see something that looks strange, you see somebody in danger, call the damn police. Let them be mad at you. Call the police, honey. Get the police involved because sometimes people are looking for help and they won't say nothing, but they really need help. So if you see somebody in danger, don't just sit around. Call and get them some help because it ain't a we thing, it's a us thing. Y'all be blessed. Good night.